Good morning, it's Jan from Twink Stamping. I'm an independent UK demonstrator and I've come along today to show you a different type of card today than I usually make. This is it's a fun fold card. I'm sure you have seen this type of design before. It's hard to actually show you. That is loose, by the way, so if I take that out, I'll be able to show you. Whoops. My hand's just not wide enough, so it's very tactile. Oops. So it's just a lot of folding. Looks complicated, but I can assure you it is a very simple card to make. I made one of these last summer. Well, not the summer that we're in, that we've just gone rather. The summer before. I can't believe how quick that's gone. But this is the version I made last time. And previous to that, I'd made one of these under instruction of Chris Dyer, who runs classes in Maidstone. She's an ex-Stampin' Up! Demonstrator now. But yes, I thought these were rather pretty. Something different to give to somebody. You would have to put it in a box, or it could possibly fit in a, well, it would fit. You could put it in a large letter envelope. But yeah, that is what we're going to be making today. So it's quite simple. It looks complicated, but it's just a lot of cutting and folding. But I'll show you. Okay, I'm going to put that in there. The reason I did this is because I wasn't sure what I wanted in the middle, and I just had one of these floating around. I just stuck that in the middle. Not sure I want it in there. So anyway, it's all nice and glittery, as it would be. The trees are from the Warm Hugs stamp set, as is this one here, and the cups. The sayings, I think I've only used two. Thinking of You at Christmas and Joy to the World. They are from the Itty Bitty Christmas stamp set. And the Season's Greetings, now, which one was that? I think that is from the Itty Bitty stamp set too. So really, I've just used two stamp sets. The Warm Hugs and the Itty Bitty Christmas. I found that Itty Bitty Christmas stamp set really useful this year. Really useful. I've used loads of them out of this set. Really good value for money. Right, let's get started. So you are going to need, this is your list of materials. You're going to need a piece of white cardstock measuring 14 centimetres square. Then you're going to actually need two of those, okay? Then you are going to need a piece of your colour of choice. Oh, I didn't tell you, did I? I used the papers. I'll have to come back and tell you what those papers are. I can't remember offhand and I haven't written it down. I've used green Mossy Meadow cardstock, and this will measure 13.5 square, and my patterned paper is 13 centimetres square. Okay, so they are your base. Then you are going to need 4 strips of DSP, and that is going to measure 4.5 by 25.5. Okay, 4.5 by 25, and then you are going to score at 4.5. Let's get that out of the way. 4.5, 9, 30. Let's get this arm ready. 13.5. 18, and 22.5. you will notice that you will have, you will have a piece of Whisper White at the end that is smaller than your squares. This is the piece that will be needed to, it is tucked underneath there. Okay, so you haven't done it wrong. That is just the way it is. Okay, so sorry, I won't carry on with that. We still need to be getting our materials together. Should have done that first. Right, you're now going to need 20 squares of your Mossy Meadow, or whatever colour you're choosing to use, at 4 centimetres squared. You need 20 of those. And then you are going to need your DSP, your pattern paper, 20 of those at 3.5 centimetres. Okay, so they are your basics. Then you're going to need, now I actually used, I only used, excuse me, 8 white pieces of card. I cut 20, not sure why. I think I anticipated on decorating every piece, but no, I thought that was enough. So I actually only did 8, but should you want to do each one, you're going to need to cut yourself lots and lots of white, or 20, that's how many you need. 20 white pieces, and I believe they are going to be 3 centimetres square. Let me just quickly measure. 3 by 3. Yeah, 3 by 3 centimetre squares. Okay, and they are going to be for your stamping. You're also going to need some circles. You need 2 of your chosen base card, and they are 1 3/4, no, not quite sure, 1 7/8 of an inch circles from the stitched circle dies. If I can find it, I can show you which one it is. I really must take the paper out of this, mustn't I? It's going to be the second one, the second smallest, okay, the second smallest die. Of course, you can use a punch of about the same size, which, as I say, was approximately 1 7/8, wasn't it? Didn't I say 1 7/8 wide? And this is the smallest of the stitch circles, but you can use an equivalent at 1 3/8 of an inch out of DSP. You may well have slightly different sizes, but as long as it will fit there. Now, yeah, I'll explain all that when we get there. Okay, so that is what you're going to need for those. Right, I think what we'll do now is we'll actually start assembling it. Then we'll get to this piece at the end, because that to me was probably the trickiest piece out of the whole lot. But you'll see. Okay, so you are going to now start putting your, I'm going to keep one for my base, because if you look, I'll show you on the base, you cannot see that I have tucked that one behind, which is why you had 2 pieces of the Whisper White, because you are going to actually put the fold in there, and then you're going to put your other piece of Whisper White over the top so that you can't see any joins. Okay, that's that. So pop that to one side. So you're going to just mat and layer your bases together. I'm going to use my wet glue. Sorry, I'm putting the card right up against you. Oops. I have lots of wiggle room with this glue, which is why I choose to use this one for large areas, especially when I don't get things straight. Why is it so difficult to get things straight? Do. Then I'm going to lay my other piece down. A lot of it is literally just gluing and sticking. You know, once you've cut all your pieces out, it literally is gluing everything together. But I think it's quite a striking card. Well, can you call it a card? I just think it looks really effective. Okay, so you've got your base down now. Then you are going to take all of your pieces of Whisper White. Now, remember that you've folded, start with your smallest one and you'll make that a mountain. Then the next one is a valley. Nice and crisp. Make sure they're nice and crisp so that they fold up and down easy. And you're going to do mountain and valley folds all the way along, so that your last one is a mountain. And then you're going to stick your pieces onto here. It is entirely up to you which way you do it. I'm just going to carry on doing the same as what I've already done, because I've already actually done my 3 other strips. As I say, you did not want to watch me sticking down 20 pieces of card. I'll do that one next. I'm only doing that because I didn't want the pattern to be exactly the same. I think they are anyway, because I think it was the nature of the way I cut the card. No, not the card, the DSP. So you can use any DSP. But I quite like this one. Not quite sure what it's called. As I say, I'll get to the end and I'll have a quick look, see if I can find out which one I've used. I've got a feeling it was the one with that comes with the warm hugs suite. I'm pretty sure it is. Trouble with stripes, isn't it? Because you can see patterns. I'm quite OCD about patterns. Just won't look at it. Right, that is the strip. So now I have my 4 strips all looking the same. Next we're going to do our stamping. Now, last time, do you know what? I've got a funny feeling that I stamped lots of these out in case I did it wrong, because I remember stamping my trees about 5 times before I got it right, which is probably why there's only 2 lots of trees. So I'm going to do the trees first and we'll see how we go. They're 2 steps, so I'm not quite sure which way round you're supposed to do it, but whether you're supposed to do the outline first or the inside first, I've no idea. Not seen any videos or anything on this. So here we go. I want to try and do, oh look, that's just fallen. Okay, Good job I did do some spares, wasn't it? Get that off. Right. That's made a right mess of things. Oh, like I've said to you loads of times before, I'm not a inky person. I don't like ink everywhere. Just going to get myself a wipe to clear my desk. I obviously did not stick my stamp down well enough. Opening a new pack of wipes. Why do they make things so difficult to get into? Right, here we go. It's better. In that one, and then I'll clean my... Make sure it's down on my stamp. Down on my block, rather. If I can find my... scanning for it, but I can't see it at the moment. Yes, I can. I'm just going to use my chamois just quickly in case there's any lint off of my baby white on my stamps. Okay. Here we go then. Now, because these are small stamps, I'm doing it this way rather than taking my ink pad to my stamp. I'm doing it the other way. Right, here we go. As I say, I did this so many times last when I was doing this. Now, I can't remember if I did top, middle or bottom first. Do you remember that? Top, middle or bottom? I can't remember what show that was now. Can't remember. So we're going to come down this corner. Just go for it. 1. Now, do I do the top first? 2. I've just gone for it. And if it don't fit, it don't fit. 3. That'll do. Slightly uninked there, but I'm not going to worry about that. No one is going to be looking at my card that deeply. I much prefer to do my inking up the other way. Okay, so we'll try again. Let's do this one. We'll try again. So it's 1 down there. Don't want to go too near the bottom, else I'll miss my chunk out. 1 up here. And 1 in, oh, not quite inked up. 1 here. Now, not happy with that one. Sorry, but I'm going to try and do it again. You see, I put my tree too close to the other one. So we'll try again. Try again. I'm sorry if this is painful. These little stamps are blighters to use. Okay, we'll try again. So we go 1 here. Yep, 1. If I see, I really do not, I prefer to do it this way. Then I know I'm putting the ink on it. Right. I'm going to go 1 right up here. 2. I'm sorry, people. And 3. Let's hope that one's in. That's a better position. Phew. Not finished yet though, so I'm not going to whoopee just yet, because this is the bit I'm not that clever at, is actually seeing it. I'm going to have to look right over the top to do this. It would help if I had a nice clean block. Oh, go for it, Jan. Not bad. So So the next one, two, not so good, but not going to worry. And then the final one, not too bad. They'll be fine. They'll be fine when they've got their glitter on them and you won't even notice. Because yes, of course, it will have glitter. That one's not so good, but it's not going to be changed. Oops. The light, the colouring will fade slightly. Well, it didn't sound very good outside. That's going to do. Okay. Your agony's not over yet. I've still got the cups to stamp. So we'll get rid of the green in case I use that by mistake. Just give them a quick wipe. Because I need to remove them. And I need to get my cups. Love the cup. Really love the cup. I'm going to use real red for that. Okay. Here we go. Should really use my Stamparatus, but again, I've packed it away. I'm not quite sure where it is. My craft studio is an utter tip at the moment. There is just this little space here where I do my filming that is tidy-ish. But the rest of it is an utter mess. I've got so many things going on at once. Now, which way round shall I do it this time? I think I'll do this bit first. I hope I'm in shot. Let's see. I have to look over the top. They're fine. This is the bit I hate. I hate doing this bit. Oh, that was fine. Can I do it a second time? Yay! Yay! Right, I'm quite happy that that's finished. Now I'm just going to pop some little bits of steam, look like steam, coming out of my cups. And we're going to use, let's get rid of the ink pads. We're going to be using a crumb cake now for that. Get rid of those. So they've even thought about doing the steam coming from the cup. Now, how brilliant is that? Now, here it is. Just by looking at it. Look, here. At first I thought, what's that? It wasn't until I saw somebody else using it that I realised exactly what it was. Got a bit of tissue or something on there I need to wipe. Need to clean my stamp. Not quite sure what it is. Right. Okay. Right, let's see if we can get this right. So Let me just pop it there. Hey, it's brilliant, isn't it? Love this little stamp. Little things. So that's that. So that's another job finished. All right. I've actually, to save time, I have actually stamped and embossed my 2 greetings, season's greetings. I didn't think I was going to be doing a video with this. I was just going to make myself another one as a gift. Yeah, as a gift. And I actually started making it. And I thought, I could actually do a video on this, which is probably why I went ahead and did those before I decided that. Anyway, waffle. The next thing we're going to use, so that's those. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to stamp this, and we are going to cut it out once it's stamped. Okay, what have I done with it? Oh, it's here. And I believe I used Real Red again. Yes, I did. I put it away. Why would I do that? And I put it upside down on my rack so I couldn't see it immediately. Okay, this is some spare card. I'm actually out in my studio today watching Christmas movies on Netflix, would you believe? I'm actually I feel like I'm getting into the spirit of it now. I do love Christmas. Let's do it the other way. I just feel there's more control when you do it that way. Beautiful. And I actually put a heart in each of those 2, which is, where are you? Someone's screaming at me. There it is. Now, you can use the die to cut out this, but the die actually cuts that circle out as well, so it'll cut the outside, so it'll just leave you with like the outside, and all this middle bit will be cut away. Because I wanted to use something inside, I've decided that I'm going to use a punch to punch the circle out, so that I didn't have to bother piecing in the heart. So that'll do. That one doesn't look quite right, but you're not going to notice. Or are you? You are, aren't you? That's because I'm rushing. Stop rushing. I don't need to rush. If you've had enough, you can switch off. Let's do that again. I want the warm hugs to you. I want it like that. Much better. Warm hugs to you. That's it. That's fine. So we'll remove those 2. I'll get my punch. I'm hoping this is the right one. Let me have a look. Yes, it is. So I want this one here. This punch is the 1.5 inch circle punch. Love punches. Punches are so easy. I mean, I do like the dies as well, but using a punch, it's done, isn't it? Saves your old shoulder as well. Saves my shoulder. So those are done too. What's next? Our sayings, our little greetings. Now these are a real test to get these on. Need 4, because we've got to try and fit them on. Now that one only just fits on. only just. So I might need a few goes at that one, she says. And I'm going to be using the Mossy Meadow for the larger of the two. Just on the other way. It might take me a few goes at this. It really might. Okay, let's go. Oh. Not bad, not bad. So I need, that one doesn't look straight. So I need to do 2 of these. I mean, you can literally put on yours what you want. I mean, as long as you can get it on a 3 centimetre square, you're laughing. I love these sentiments out of the Itty Bitty Christmas. They're nice. They've all got different fonts. It's not one set that's got just one type font on it. Let's get rid of that. Just in case. And now we're going to use the Joy to the World stamp. Now I haven't seen if this was straight or anything on my block. It's not. Silly. Bit silly. Inking it up first. Let's have a look how far out we are. Oh, look at that. Not bad at all. Oh dear. That's why I don't like doing it that way. That way. Joy to the World. Voila. Excellent. Such a lovely, lovely font. It's beautiful. So there's quite a few bits to this. This card thing. But it's enjoyable. It's a nice little project to sit and do. Right, I am literally going to sit down now because it's time to get the glitter out. I did glitter all my little pieces because I can. Lots of people have asked me about the pen that I use to do my glittering. You can find these bullet type glue pens anywhere, or you know, on anywhere, absolutely anywhere. As long as it's got a thick nib, you're okay. Stampin' Up used to do one called a Zig, I think it was called, which was equally as good. But I am not allowed to promote other products, so I can't show you where it's from. I do try and hide it every time I use it, where it comes from, but... So just going around the edges, like I always do. Dip it into my glitter. Give it a bit of a flick. Take off any excess. Even my trees don't escape. I will be using my Spring Castella too, to zhuzh it all up a bit. Christmas is sparkly, isn't it? Got to have sparkly at Christmas. So I haven't used my sparkle pen for a long time. I know a lot of my ladies in my class love a bit of sparkle. But equally, there's some that really don't like sparkle, so we have to cater for those too. But in general, people like a bit of sparkle. Going to sort those trees out in a minute. Don't know what the weather's like where you are. It's cold, miserable, dark. It's horrible here. I'm glad it's not raining today. It's been raining for days. It's awful. But it's horrible. I hate the winter early nights. You know, by 4 o'clock you think it's bedtime already. Whereas in the summer, I can be out in the studio till 9 o'clock at night and it'll still be light outside. So I tend not to be quite so productive in the winter, card-wise. I mean, I do all my paperwork and stuff in the evenings now. But I'd still like to be creating. I've got a craft room indoors, but it would be a case of having to shift everything out indoors every time I wanted to use something. And I don't like coming out here in the dark, you know, walking across the driveway in the dark. I don't like that. So if I wanted to do crafting indoors, I'd have to make sure I took everything but the kitchen sink out with me in case I forgot something. And I'm not sure I can be bothered to do that. Anyway, I suppose we all should have time to relax and away from our craft area. I've actually had a full weekend, last weekend just gone, of just sewing. I've sat at my sewing machine for hours and hours, and the only reason I stopped is because I ran out of thread, which is not good. I'm just gonna do this so that you don't notice the white bits that I've missed out quite so bad. And on top of these trees I have some little red gems that I am going to put on there. So it looks very dark at the moment, but it will lighten up. Yes, I sat and sewed all weekend and it was quite nice to actually get away from the studio, continually making cards and stuff. Although at the weekend I did quite a few projects. I made me snowman soup. I posted that on my Facebook and Instagram the other day. Did my snowman soup, which I love doing. Every year I do snowman soup for my grandchildren, and I try and package it up differently. And this year I watched a video by the Posh Paper Lady, I think she's called, and she made these little boxes that the stuff went in, little acetate lids. So I thought that's perfect, that's what I'm going to be doing. So that's what I did. So they're all done. So I get to do a bit of crafting with a purpose, other than it just being for classes or kits or for videos. Do love me crafting. Okay, so that appears to be all the decorating done. I suppose now we should be decorating our little strips. So the way I did it, I put one there and then a saying, which I used the alternate colour, which was the red, and I put that one there. You see? And on this one, red and then green. Of course, you can do exactly what you wish to do. These did go down flat. I'm going to have to stand up now to do this, because I like to see that I'm putting things on straight. Not that it really matters. Come on now, it doesn't, does it? It's quite difficult to put these little things on because it looks like they're way off, but it's because there's different colours. You'll know what I mean when you start putting yours on. Yeah, so that's that one. Then we'll do the little cups. Now then. Make sure, Jan, that you've got it on the right way. Yes. So my cup needs to be that way too. Say you don't have to decorate yours the same way as me. It's just nice that you've now got the instructions to, or the measurements to be able to make your own, so you can do whatever you like. As I say, I made a lovely one in the summer of 2019, not 2020. 2020 went. I don't know what happened to that. Thank goodness it's on its way out. I'm just hoping that 2021 is going to be a better year for everybody. I'm looking forward to Christmas though. I know that it might not be the same for everybody. If we're still on lockdown, which we could well be, then we'll, I'll make up the time with my grandkids, etc. afterwards. It won't be quite the same, but I want everyone to stay healthy. That's the most important thing. Because normally it is Christmas around mine. Still the right way round. Yeah. If it's not, I'm in trouble because I'll have to do it again. There we go. So that's all our strips. I'm just going to let them sort of, for the glue to go off a little bit. So there'll be alternates. Looks good already, doesn't it? Exciting. Right, what you're going to do now, let's put these to one side for a minute. You'll need a ruler and a pencil. And what you're going to do is you are going to measure, let me just look at my instructions because I can't remember. Tab at the end of each. So on a 14 centimetre square, we need to go down 7, put a little mark. So do that on all 4 sides. Put a little mark at 7. You'll understand why in a minute. Okay. Then you have a tab at the end of each of your strip. And with the right side up, make a mark in the centre. So these are, what are they, 4.5, so it's about 2.2. 2.2, that's about the centre. So you're going to mark again on each one. It's about 2.25 on each of those. This will help you line it up and make it look straight when you're attaching it. Oops. My eyes went all goggly then. Do yours do that? And you're trying to concentrate, your eye goes all over the place for a second. That's about it there. Okay, and what you're going to do is you're going to line up. Oh, I think actually you're better off having your line up marks. Yes, why didn't I think of that first? Scrub that. We're going to do the lines at the top, but obviously try not to go onto your thing. 2.2 about there. I think that will work easier when you're coming to glue this, because what you're going to do now is you're going to put glue on this, and then you're going to line it up with your mark on here. Yes. Yes. Are you with me? Do you know? It's going to be that way, isn't it, Jan? That way. So, no. Scrub that. Your marks on the back of here, this is going to be in a much, much easier way than fiddling around trying to line up the score marks. You're going to go from your 7 to 7 across the bottom. This is going to be covered, remember, so it's not going to matter. I mean, the other instruction, oh, there's my finger. The other instructions are not quite as simple as that. And I think this is much simpler. So when you line up, you're going to line there. Yes? And then everything falls into place. Are you with me? So your flap is going to actually have glue on this side first. So we'll go ahead and do that. I'm actually going to use my tape runner for this. Oops. So turn it over, line it up with your line. Let's get that. And push down. Okay, turn it round. Oops. I'm getting all in a flap, aren't I? I keep forgetting which way I'm doing it. It's this way. So, I need glue on here. I'm going to use my wet glue. Blow it. You'll just have to hope that I don't take it off too soon. So, you're going to line it up. Make sure you've got your fold where it should be. And that's perfect, look. Line that straight up. And you're going to do the same again here. Glue on the back. Line up your mark on your tab with your base. And then the final one. Let's hope I've done this right, eh? Otherwise I should be starting the video all over again. But how will you know if I've started the video again? You won't, will you? Oops. There we go. So now you've got all 4 of your tabs on. So when you turn them over, there we go, like this. Oh, blimey, that was a noisy motorbike. There you go. So you can at this stage, whoops, pop your on there. How did that get there? I'm going to pop my Christmas tree away. Just pop them away because they keep getting stuck to everything and I don't want to lose them. You can at this stage, if you wish, pop your base onto your card. Do you know, I wonder if I ought to have cut that. Oh no, look, I've even put base, so I have cut it right. I was wondering if I'd cut it wrong, but I haven't. Oops. I think it's going to be less fiddly if we do it now. So, whatever glue, if you wish to put double-sided tape on, you can. I'm using my wet glue. I need plenty of wiggle room. I need plenty of wiggle room because I know what this is going to be like for me. I'm going to be faffing about to make sure I've got it on straight. You will get the fold line showing through. You can't help that unless you do your base piece slightly bigger, but then I think that would spoil the look of the front. No one's going to be studying the bottom, are they? They're going to be studying the top, so I think it's on as far as it's going to go. There you go. Oh, I think I need a drink now. Right, the next bit. I'm going to pop this to one side now because it's getting on my nerves. Right, now you're going to need 2 pieces of white, Whisper White cardstock measuring 9 centimetres by 2 centimetres. Now I've got to cut that because I haven't actually got. So we'll cut the 2 first. By 9. I'm just wondering, you know, whether I ought to use my thick Whisper White for this. Do you know, I think I will because you need to be pulling the the card up and down a few times. People will want to see how you've made it. So if I were you, do you know, I'm going to cut it 9 first. I know it's a waste, but I'm just going to find it easier to do it this way. 9 by 2. 9 by 2. I'm using thick Whisper White now. I'm getting very thirsty. Okay, I think I'm just going to just top over here for just for a sec, grab myself a glass of water. Oops. You'll never believe what I just did. Well, some of you will believe what I've just done. I've just dropped the sugar pot onto the draining board. So sugar's everywhere now. I've got that to clear up when I've finished. Hey ho. Right, cut 2 pieces of white cardstock. Put a bit of double-sided tape at each end of the card. Okay. I'll show you what I mean. Where's my double-sided? There we go. Just a small piece. Double-sided each end. So a piece there. And a piece there. I'm hoping I've done that small enough actually. I should use my scissors, shouldn't I? But being as it's tear and tape, I'm a bit lazy. I'll get my scissors. Okay, so then, what you're going to do now with your card, got to remember how I did this now. So, with opposite sides, you're going to take your tear and tape off and you're going to pop that underneath like that. Okay, so it sticks, and you're going to do the same on the other side. So I'm going to take my sticky off, if I can. Get my pick out. The state of the desk. This is how I craft. It's terrible. I'm ashamed of myself. Right. Pop your two sides down like this. And you're going to slot that under your first fold and put it where you're happy. Let's have a look. Got plenty that side. Got plenty that side. Where you're happy that it's in the middle. See, this is the faffy bit. This is the bit where you faff because you think, I need to make sure it's straight and I need to make sure it's in the middle. Don't twist it. I think that's going to be it. Oh dear, you know what I've done? Look, I stuck it to the third one. Who's not paying attention? Honestly, that's the sugar bowl that's done me. There we go. That is what not to do, okay? Oh dear. Only me. Now, I'd better make sure, hadn't I, that is stuck right down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop a bit of double-sided over the top of that underneath, just so that I know that it's not going anywhere. Okay, there we go. It's all fixed. You'd never know. Right, watch what you're doing. Don't do as I do. Okay, so about the middle. Oops. Now one of these doesn't want to play ball. There we go. So it does that. So you can see now that that's how it's going to go. Then what you're going to do is you're going to pop a little piece of tape underneath there. It's going to be fiddly. I won't lie, it's going to be fiddly. So I'm just looking at how I did the other one. Yeah. So just a small piece of tape. Did I do that? I must have done. So best to put it on this bit. I told you this would be the fiddliest piece. Oh, it's popped off. I knew it would. This is the fiddliest piece this is the fiddliest thing to do out of all of it. once you've done this, I mean, I'm making it look so much harder than what it actually is. I really am. So you saw I put a piece of double-sided underneath, took the tape off, and now that's stuck. So there is the basis of your card. So now you are going to put your centre circle on. And this is where you're going to put your ribbon. So you're going to need to make a hole into, you're going to attach this to this, not this one, your circle. Where did that go? There it is. Onto here, and then you're going to make a hole on there, and that is going to sit on there, because on the card itself, I don't believe I went right the way through everything. No, I didn't. I don't think so. Do you know, it's awful, isn't it? Because you just forget. Like I've said to you loads of times before, I can be making these projects weeks and weeks before I actually film it. And then I think, how did I do that? How did I do that? How did I do that? Okay, so now we're going to make a hole in this, and I'm going to be using a hole punch. I've got a handheld one. There are lots of different ones on the market. Yeah. I'm just going to guess where the middle is. Okay. Oh. I'm going there. It's not bad. Not perfect, but it's not bad. So that's where that is going. In fact, I think I'm going to make that hole a wee bit bigger, because, I mean, you're not going to see, because I think I've got a bit, my ribbon's a little bit thicker. So it's going to go sitting there like that. Okay. I'm going to find myself some suitable ribbon now. I don't think this one's going to be any good because it's a different colour. It's shaded spruce, and I'm not sure shaded spruce would not go with that. So I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to stick with maybe a bit of gold, a bit of silver, because you're not going to need much. You're not going to need much at all. I'm going to go with silver. Yeah, I'm going to go with silver. Cut a piece off. I'm going to thread this through my hoop, like so. And I am just going to stick that down. I'm just going to cut that bit off. Yes, as I was saying, I made this weeks and weeks ago when I very first got the stamp set, which was ages ago now, and I've been intending to do a video. Well, I wasn't going to do a video on it, but it was on the side, ready for me to make up for whatever reason I was going to use it for. And I thought, oh, it's all right, I've only just made one, I'll remember how to do it. But one doesn't actually always remember everything that we do. Now, you could, if you've got one, I haven't got any left, some charms, you know, like that nice little Christmas charm you could hang off it, which would look lovely. And you could thread that through the ribbon. That would look lovely. But I haven't got any, so I can't. So now I'm just going to pop some glue on the back of my tab there, circle there, just so that I can attach that to that. Try and get it as near as you can in the centre of everything. We're nearly there. And then I'm going to use my second piece, and that is going to be stuck underneath there to give it another little bit of support, and also so that you can't see all the gubbins underneath. So by trying to do this, whoops, so hopefully you can judge whether it's right just by measuring it up against the other one. Whoops, don't want to be moving that one. So there you have it. Whoops. No, I can't show you off now because it's not stuck properly yet. Once that's stuck. So there you have it. One bouncy, beautiful, different type of card for you to send your relatives. Now, if you want to, you can add a bit more support to this sides. I will do that here because it came away, didn't it? And I don't want that to come off. But you can, if you wish, add more glue. We only put a small piece at the end, if you remember. But if you want to put well, I say put a bit more. You can't really, unless you make your strip longer than 9 centimetres. But just be careful that you don't make it too big. You know. I'm not going to faff too long because we've still got to finish these. So everything goes down flat because if you did choose to put it in an envelope, it wouldn't be sticking out. So how shall we put that so that the heart, yes, goes towards the corner. With stripy paper, it's so difficult to know if it's in the middle. It's quite weird. No, Jan, that's wrong. Odd, very odd. That'll do. Turn it round. I'm going to add one to the other side. So you've seen me do things wrong, as usual, but I'll show you how I can get around it. With card making, nothing's ever wrong. You can always find a way of making it right. And at the end of the day, it is just a card. And whoever receives these things are going to appreciate it. They're not going to, unless they're pretty mean, they're not going to scrutinise it and be critical of it. They're going to look at it and think, wow, did you really make that? Aren't they? So unless they're a bit mean. Well, this video is certainly not, I can't advertise this one as a quick one, can I, today? Normally I put a quick video for whatever. But I knew this one would take time. But I hope you think that it's been worth it. I've thoroughly enjoyed doing it. I always love doing a bit of crafting. Turn that round that way. So I hope you've enjoyed watching me put this together, even though I make quite a few mistakes. But in my defence, I just forgot. Luckily, I've got the instructions in front of me. But still managed to make a mistake. I think we all make mistakes. Anyway, thank you very, very much for joining me today. I do hope you're going to have a go at this, trying to make your own, you know, for a little Christmas gift maybe. Yeah, if you would like to know, or if you'd like all the written instructions, I will try my hardest to get these done and put up on my blog. May not be today, but I will try and get them up there as quick as I possibly can. I am in the process of actually redoing my blog, so being a bit busy, but I will try. I will certainly try for you. And also, if you'd like any of the products that I've used, of course, the link to my online shop is down below. Also, if you've enjoyed watching what you've seen today, please give me a thumbs up and a like. And if you're not already a subscriber, maybe you'd like to subscribe to my channel. You can even press the little bell next to the subscription button to be notified of when I'm going to be posting again. Other than that, I think I'm all talked out, and I thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you all again next week. Bye bye now.